Before the 2024 election, one website knew who was going to win already. It wasn't CNN, it wasn't government officials, it was prediction markets. And once you understand prediction markets, you'll never see the news the same way again. So, what is a prediction market? A prediction market is a platform where you can trade the outcome on any live event. That could be elections, geopolitics, sports, and anything you can imagine. Every market is built around a yes and a no question. Will the US enter recession this year? Will France be the World Cup winners this year? So, you buy a contract either yes or no. The price of that contract that goes from $0 to $1 marks a percentage of the likelihood of the outcome of what the bets you have placed. So if a contract is 65 cents, it means that it's 65% likely that the outcome will occur. If you're right and you hold until the outcome is finalized, you'll get $1 in return. On the other hand, if you are wrong and you hold until the end, your stake goes to $0. Let's take the Football World Cup, for example, this summer. Now, if I want to bet France to win this summer, they give me a 14% likelihood of that to happen. So, if I want to bet $100 that France are going to win, and if they win, they give me in return $684. Now, if I put $100 and France don't win, I lose my $100. The major difference between a traditional bookmaker and a prediction market is the fact that a traditional bookmaker puts the odds themselves. And with these odds, they put in their own cuts, which is normally called a VIG. And that tends to be between 5 and 10%. And they change the odds whenever they feel like it, no matter what the market believes. Prediction markets, on the other hand, work a bit more like stock exchanges. The price is based purely on supply and demands of real traders. That means these platforms take a small cut on each trade instead of taking a cut on the winnings. The platform don't care which outcome wins. That's why prediction markets tend to give you a more accurate odds than what traditional bookmakers do. All that is because thousands of real traders put their hard-earned money on what they believe the outcome is going to be, not what the company wants you to believe. In 2009, researcher David Rothschild published a landmark study comparing prediction markets to traditional polls across multiple elections. Prediction markets won consistently and significantly, but the moment that put prediction markets on the map was the 2024 US presidential election. While every major poll showed a too close to call anyone's game, prediction markets, on the other hand, told a completely different story. Weeks before elections night, Polymarket was already showing Trump with a 65% chance of winning. The number kept climbing and climbing, right until the results came in. The polls were wrong, the pundits were wrong, but the prediction markets were right. And that wasn't a coincidence, it was the wisdom of the crowds. Thousands of people with real financial stakes aggregating every piece of available information into a single, remarkably accurate probability. Here's where it gets genuinely interesting. This isn't just about the elections. Prediction markets cover everything. Will we enter a recession this year? There's a market for that. Will the Federal Reserve increase rates this month? There's a market for that. Who will win the World Cup? The Super Bowl? All of it live, updated every single second. Financial analysts use these markets to understand what's really going to happen in the economy. Sportssound use them to see the real odds on their team winning. Ordinary people use them to follow events in real time without having to trust the news channel or experts, who tend to be wrong quite often. Once you follow prediction markets, you start to see the world differently. Instead of asking what the experts, what do they think? You ask, what does the market think? Because the market tends to be way closer to the truth. Right now there's two dominant players in the game. You've got Polymarket and Kalshi. Polymarket is the biggest prediction market in the world right now. It runs on blockchain technology, which means that everything is automatic and transparent. Nobody can interfere with your money. It's available in most countries and covers thousands of different markets, from politics, sports, and pretty much everything else. Think of Polymarket as the big global platform. No restrictions, no KYC, huge variety, and millions of dollars traded every single day. Kalshi is the official US regulated prediction market. It's approved by the US government and recently partnered with Robinhood, so millions of people can access it directly from their investment app. It uses regular dollars and requires ID verification. It has fewer markets than Polymarket because of regulations, but it's the safest and most legitimate option if you are based in the US. Think of Kalshi as the safe official version. Smaller but fully legal and growing extremely fast. Here is what most people don't realize yet. Prediction market is just getting started. In early 2025, the average monthly trading volume was around $2 billion. Fast forward a year, and that's gone to $24 billion a month. That's a 12 times in just a year. JP Morgan, one of the biggest banks in the world, is interested in getting in the prediction market. The Major League Baseball just made Polymarket their official prediction market partner. This is moving from a niche internet thing to mainstream extremely fast. And the funny thing is, most people don't even know it exists. But we barely scratched the surface. How do you actually read the odds? Which platform should you use? What are the most interesting markets you should be looking at right now? This is exactly what this channel is about. In the upcoming weeks, I'm going to be going into the depths of what prediction markets has to offer. So make sure you subscribe to actually know what's really going around the world. Because the news tells you what happened, the prediction markets will tell you what is going to happen. See you next week.